Dear students, we're going to look now Symmetry tool, and Painter is a very intuitive software, so you can start quite quickly to get some very nice results. And I always left Symmetry tool for the very beginning, since I think it's something that is going to be good fun for a start, and we're going to see very nice ways to be working with it. For the start, we're going to check where we can find symmetry. Symmetry we can find in nature, and Painter allows us not to be working only with vertical and horizontal symmetry, but as well to give an angle to a certain symmetry object. We can find symmetry in architecture, and we can find symmetry in landscape, and we can find symmetry in different variants, the vertical horizontal symmetry as well as a kaleidoscope type of symmetry. You can see as well that's very important is if you're working with symmetry, not only to be working with an object which is from A till Z symmetrical, but to break symmetry. So you're working on a certain area which is symmetrical, and then you break the symmetry, for example, on the head or on the tail in case of this bird. You can have different angles of symmetry on the same image, which is something that Painter allows you as well. Or you can have a fully symmetrical face and you just add some differences on the images to bring a symmetry to it. For example, for this owl, just a few different dots in different areas, so that you just have symmetry in most of the image, but in parts of it you just break it. In this case, more or less the same. You would have the whole owl symmetrical, and then it would just bring some extra information on the side, for example, to break the symmetry. Symmetry is going to make you win a lot of time. So let's start Painter. I'm just going to grab a file, and we find symmetry on the toolbar on the left side. If we click on it, if we click and hold, we have two different types of symmetry in Painter: the vertical horizontal symmetry and the kaleidoscope symmetry. So I'm starting with the vertical symmetry. We can see on top of our screen that everything that is active in Painter appears in orange. If you have an older version from Painter, it may appear in blue. And we have a few options up here. We can have the vertical or the mirror symmetry, which is based on two different symmetry possibilities. The first one is the vertical, the second one is the horizontal. So you can have both working on the same time, or you can just have one or the other one working. We have the possibility as well to change the angle from this line by clicking on the line anywhere apart from the circle in the middle of it and dragging. You can see on the top of the screen that my angle is changing. If you would like to have it on 360 degrees again, you can just type 360 and you have it again, the straight line on 360 degrees or 0 degrees if you want. And if you go to the middle of it, you can click and drag it anywhere you want on the screen. So I'll just start playing around a little bit. We never work on the first layer, so I'm just opening a new layer to start working. I grabbed the tool called Feather and Pencils on Realistic 2B, and we can find symmetry in so many different areas. It's really interesting to be working with this, and most of all is interesting as well not to be working only with the symmetry, but to be working with the breaking of the symmetry. So at a certain point it's good as well to just break the symmetry and start working the differences between one side and the other one from the image. So I'm just going to be working here on something quite simple, just for you guys to have a little feeling about how this can work. I'm just going to be quick here so that we don't lose too much time. But this is an option to be working with Symmetry tool. Just use your time to be trying things around and getting a feeling of what things could be worked with the Symmetry tool. We have another option on Symmetry, which is the Kaleidoscope tool. So I'm just dragging this to the side, and we would be able to be working not only with the smallest number of it, which is 3, but we could as well be working until 12 divisions, which doubling it are 24 divisions. And I'll just decrease this number a little bit, and I'll just grab another color. Oops, and I'll grab the brush, of course. The same thing works here with the Kaleidoscope tool. I can really be working with it and turning it around and changing the angle and changing the number of it. I can grab thicker and thinner lines to be working with the Kaleidoscope tool. And it's something that really makes a lot of fun. So if I just turn the Kaleidoscope off, you can see here both results, one working with the Symmetry vertical tool and the other one with the Kaleidoscope tool. And wish you guys a lot of fun. Try a few tools out, a few brushes out, and enjoy this first moment in Painter. Okay, talk to you later. Bye bye.